Welcome into another episode of Ravens Reports. It's your guy Noah here with For the Flock. As always, bringing you guys our top 5 news reports and storylines coming out of our Ravens today. Man, do we have a lot to talk about. We are in the midst of the NFL free agency frenzy right now. The Ravens just lost their safety, Geno Stone, to the division rival Cincinnati Bengals on a 2-year contract, plus and much more, some updates on the running back market. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. At number 1, first of all, Justin Madubuike, he had his presser, his extension presser today, because we know he signed a 4-year, $98 million deal here with the Baltimore Ravens. And he said, first of all, he's super hungry. He can't wait to get to work. Eric DeCosta and the defensive coordinator, Zach Orr, are fired up to have him here in Baltimore for another 4 years. And again, cornerstone pieces of your franchise here locked up, like Madubuike, Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, among others. But at number 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers, looking around the division as well. Other teams around the division getting better. We know the Browns just traded for the wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. The Pittsburgh Steelers just upgraded from Kenny Pickett to Russell Wilson, who's won a Super Bowl and is a talented quarterback. I know he's been on the decline lately, but again, he was with the Broncos, so you know how much stock do you put into that. But the Steelers are making moves. At number 3, the Bengals. They're making some moves because they just signed Geno Stone to a 2-year contract. Man, not only does it hurt that you lose Geno Stone in free agency, but it's like a double whammy because then your opposition, your division rival, who you're going to be going head-to-head with this division, man. Anytime you got Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow in the same division, man, those two guys are going to battle it out tooth and nail every single year. And so it's a double whammy. Not only do you lose Geno Stone, but your competition gains Geno Stone. So, man, it kind of counts for 2 there. And T. Higgins has formally requested a trade from the Bengals. So T. Higgins, their big playmaking 6'4" wide receiver who's been a thorn in the side of the Ravens, made a lot of plays against the Ravens in his short career with the Bengals. He's requested a trade there. So, yes, they're gaining some players like a Geno Stone, but they could also be losing a player like T. Higgins, who's a big-time difference maker in their offense, in the weaponry there with Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, and Joe Burrow. At number 4, Patrick Queen officially moves on from the Baltimore Ravens. Man, we kind of assumed this was going to happen. We all saw the writing on the wall, but it's official now. We kind of made our bed there with Justin Madubuike, with the free agents that we had to prioritize. You couldn't let the absolute disruptive 13-sack interior defensive line sack leader in the NFL walk away. So what'd you do? You put the tag on him a few days later. The Ravens always work out a deal with players they tag. We saw it with Lamar and other players in the past. And, now Justin Madubuike is locked up for the next 4 years. And, man, what's so exciting about Madubuike, too, is he's just entering the prime of his career. 26 years old. And I was looking at a lot of, the top-tier defensive linemen in NFL history, like Aaron Donald, Calais Campbell, Chris Jones, other guys as well. The prime years of defensive tackles is around that 27 to 29, 30 age range where, man, they really put it all together because they're getting stronger, they're getting more savvy and refined technically. Madubuike is such a hard worker, and that resulted in us paying Madubuike and losing Patrick Queen in free agency. Eric DeCosta specifically said in his presser today, that's the hardest part about being a GM. One of the downsides of the job is you draft a player, you do all the process and the work, to bring in a player to your organization for 4 years, and then you got to go watch them thrive somewhere else if you draft well, because the Ravens typically draft well. So they see guys like Geno Stone, who they get in the 7th round, Patrick Queen, who they drafted in the 1st round. They see them flourish with the Ravens. Then you can't afford to keep everyone, especially when they come out of the same draft class. And then you got to go see him play against the division rival in the Bengals. And I wouldn't be surprised if Geno Stone picked off Lamar Jackson a time or two over the next couple of seasons, because he's a natural ball hawk and he's played with Lamar a lot. But at the same time, Lamar might know some of Geno's weaknesses as well. But at number 5, here's an update on the running back market. So I'm going to go through my list here, but basically, as we're recording this video right now at 5:35 p.m., most of the running backs, the top guys are gone. Saquon Barkley went to the Eagles. Josh Jacobs went to the Packers. DeAndre Swift went to the Bears. Tony Pollard went to the Titans. Derrick Henry is still out there as we speak. I think it's still a big possibility that he comes here to Baltimore. I'm keeping my hopes up. If not, I think a consolation prize would be Aaron Jones, who's 29 years old, averages 5 yards per carry in his career, makes a ton of plays as a pass catcher and a rusher. I would not be mad about bringing Aaron Jones here to Baltimore either. But, man, we are going to keep the videos rolling out this evening and tomorrow because, man, we got so much to talk about. The news is going to keep rolling in. The Ravens are going to lose some more free agents, and they're probably going to sign another guy here or so here soon. So, man, smash the like button if you enjoyed today's content, man. Make sure you got that notification bell on so we can keep you up to date on all of our Ravens news and content. We got draft content coming up, more free agency. Remember, this is just the first wave of free agency. There's going to be the second wave, the third wave, and then there's going to be guys cut post-June that the Ravens can pursue as well. I know we're so excited to see the Ravens go after someone, which I think they will. But, hey, man, hit the like button if you enjoyed today's content. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
When he wasn't looking, he ran me over.